All right. Hey guys, Drew here, back with another video, and welcome to another episode um, of just Drew talking Regiment. I was about to say Regiment Rewind, yes. But the Regiment, we know their second round opponent. We found that out last night, and the Regiment, they play tomorrow. They have to pack their bags, get up to Blainesville to face off against the Blainesville Boisbriand Armada. This is going to be an interesting series. I wouldn't shock me if the Regiment just go all in against Blainesville, are able to get those good chances. But that being said, the Armada are so deep down their roster, and we're going to talk about that in a sec. But before we do, for those who don't know, the Armada swept the Victoriaville Tigres in the first round, winning that series 4-0. The Regiment, they beat the Cape Breton Eagles in 6 games and advancing to round number 2. The Armada are the 4th seed and the Regiment are the 6th. So the Regiment are not going to have home ice advantage in this series. Game 1 is tomorrow, Thursday night, at Centre d'Excellence Sport Rousseau, I believe the rink is called. And then throughout next week, the Regiment will be playing games 3, 4, and 5 at home. And I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to any of those games. Beaumont happens, and if for those who don't know, it's a Royal Newfoundland Regiment like tournament. It's a high school tournament, basically like provincials kind of. But Rogers TV always comes in and broadcasts those games, and I'll be doing play-by-play for some of those games, of course. I'm really excited for that. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to any of the Regiment games, but only time can tell what happens there. I really want to see Blainesville play because I'm going to list off who's on their team right now. Not their whole roster, which has the most noticeable names probably on their roster. They got Justin Carbonneau, 17th overall pick in the first round by the St. Louis Blues in 2025. They got Xavier Villeneuve, who is projected top 10 in this upcoming draft. He reminds me so much like Lane Hudson. I am not the only one saying this. He is a dynamic offensive forward. In one of Blainesville's games against the Regiment, he put up 5 points in that game. We'll talk about the Regiment's record against Blainesville in a sec. They got Spencer Gill, 2nd round pick by the Philadelphia Flyers. He came in later on through the year. He was injured at the start, and now he's came into Blainesville, and he's doing better than ever. They got Bill Zonin, draft pick of the Pittsburgh Penguins, 1st round in 2025. He's a really intriguing piece as well. Started this year injured as well, but he's came in and into Blainesville, and he's been doing some extraordinarily good work. They got Matteo Nobert, who is a 3rd round pick of the Vegas Golden Knights in the NHL draft 1st round. He's a really good player. He reminds me a lot like Nikita Kucherov, kind of the way he's able to just settle things down a little bit, but also be pretty nasty when the chances come. And in the back end, in their goaltending, they got William Lassell, who is a projected maybe like 2nd round pick in the NHL draft, this upcoming draft. He's actually deaf in both of his ears. I believe it's like 50% in one ear and then 100% in the other. Fun fact about William Lassell there. But he's a really good goaltender as well. When Blainesville was here earlier in October, they had Arseny Radkov in net for them. So a new goaltender in Lassell won't be too bad for the Armada. But we'll talk about that. How did it go in October versus Blainesville? So the Regiment played 2 games against the Armada at home. Both of those games, it was Thursday and a Friday. The first game did not go well for the Regiment. They'll lose that game 10-4 over the Armada. Before you say, after you saying that there's no chance the Regiment have a chance in this series, the Regiment actually have a goalie now in Louis-Antoine Deneau. In these 2 games, these are the 3 goalies that played. Antoine Proulx, Chase Anderson, Mikas Vekvanags. Regiment legends, but at that point, they did not look good. And the Regiment's roster overall just looked completely different. They had Lyndon Larson, Max Deneen, Tyler Wood on that roster at that point. And a lot of shakeups at the deadline. Coming in are guys like Alexis Michaud. Louis-Antoine Deneau was a pickup as well. They also traded for what's his name? Alexei Mathieu. I don't know why I blanked on that one, but they got Mathieu as well. Ryan Dwyer as well was a pickup. Those guys have been key pieces towards the regiment in this playoff run. Mathieu is laying the body. Michaud, was racking up those points against Cape Breton in that first round. He's played so good with LaRose. Those two they play really good with each other. And I really like that about Michaud. And he rocks the best jersey number in the QMJHL, number 95, Kachow. I'm still waiting for him to have a really good game. So that'll be the name of the recap. That's a bit of a hint maybe for next year, depending on how far the regiment go. But also the pickups. The regiment are a completely new team, basically from that last series. So the regiment lost that first game 10-4 against Blainville, and then the next game they lost 5-2. So Mikas Vekvaneg's got the start in that game. He didn't play at all in the 10-4 loss, but when they started him, he led in the first two shots, and Gory Dwyer pulled him. So they put in Chase Anderson for both games, and he did not play good. So it was just a brutal weekend for the regiment. In that 5-2 loss, Xavier Villeneuve had assists on every single goal Blainville scored. That is just how crazy that type of player is. He is so much fun to watch, and I really hope I'm able to get a glimpse of him when he's here for the Armada, because he's the most exciting player to watch probably in this series, honestly. I know there's people that are calling the Armada frauds heading into the series. A couple people I've seen online and all that kind of stuff have been saying this kind of stuff. But we saw what they were able to do against Victoriaville, and I feel like they could do something similar here against the regiment. I do have a good feeling, though, for the regiment. I do think they'll get a couple games where they're able to get a win. But ultimately, in the end, I think the Blainville Boisbriand Armada are going to win this series in 7 games played. I really want to root against the regiment. No, I don't want to root against the regiment. That is completely wrong. I want to root for the regiment. That's what I want to say. There we go. But the regiment, I don't know. The Armada are it's like David versus Goliath almost. The regiment, I don't really know if they have a chance almost. I do think they're going to get wins, but these wins are going to be 1-goal, 2-goal games. It's going to be difficult to get these wins against a team like Blainville. When they come here, the fans, they have to be allowed to get the guys going. So for those fans that are thinking about coming to watch these games, be loud, be proud, and root for the regiment. But yeah, that's what I have in the end. Blainville in 7 games. I think it'll go to game 7. It'll go the distance. But in the end, I do think Blainville will get the win. I do think the regiment are going to win 1 game in OT. I have a feeling about that. But yeah, that's just my prediction for this series. I wish I could go for the regiment, but the Armada are too good of a team to pass up on. But I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong. I hope the regiment are able to get this series W. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, you can like this. You can like this video. You can subscribe if you really liked it. We're on the road to 400 subscribers. So if you can hit that subscribe button down below, I would truly appreciate it. Next video will be Game 1, Armada versus Regiment on Friday. We'll talk then. That's it for today's video, guys. And I'll talk to you all again soon.